Believe it or not, guys, it's really not that hard to make 10K a month in 2024. The craziest part is that it's something that anybody can do. You don't need any capital to start, you don't need a fancy college degree, and you don't need a big network either, even though it might be nice to have. And it's literally just sending cold emails for businesses to help them get more customers. I've been doing this since I was about 18 years old, and I've been able to make over 200K a year just doing this. Now, I know I talk a lot about cold email and lead gen on this channel. That's basically all I talk about on this channel. So rather than repeat myself, I'm actually going to talk about all of the other potential business models that you guys are probably thinking about doing, telling you the pros and cons of each and the costs associated with each, and why I put so much emphasis on starting a lead gen agency over all of those other business models. So first up is dropshipping. That's actually something that I started with too when I started my online journey. It's not as easy as it looks and how all these gurus make it seem. The problem with this business model actually lies in the startup costs. Now you might be thinking, well, FaZe, isn't dropshipping like the best model because all I have to do is sell a $10 product for $25 and then keep the $15 difference? And yeah, that's actually exactly what I thought too when I was first starting out. But then I realized there's a really big cost in customer acquisition. So what you have to do is you don't just get that $15 profit margin, you actually have to get those customers to pay you. Now, how do you get those customers? Facebook ads, Instagram ads, all these different ads that you have to pay for out of your own pocket. Now, the thing is these are very expensive at the start because you have to test out a bunch of different creatives, offers, angles. So it gets really expensive to start. Within the first month, you could literally have spent $2,000, $3,000 with no money back. It's just not time or cost efficient, especially for beginners. Now, second is web design. Web design actually doesn't really have any crazy startup costs either, and it's actually not too bad and too hard to be a freelancer. I just wouldn't recommend it for people who are trying to make money ASAP. And now that's not me saying that lead generation is some get rich quick scheme or something, because it's absolutely not. But with web design, it's actually going to take you a lot longer to learn how to make good web design pages and then really put together your portfolio that you can show to clients. It could take multiple years to get to the point where you're going to make enough money to leave your 9-to-5 or to have a full-time income. Now, another popular business model is SMMA, which is social media marketing agency. How SMMA works, right, is you reach out to a dentist, you reach out to a chiropractor, you ask them if they want to get more clients, and then you could use Facebook ads to get more clients for them. Now, the problem is that a lot of these mom and pop shops, they don't really understand social media like that. They're relying on word of mouth, referrals, and like local newspapers, that sort of thing to get customers, right? They're very old school. When you're hopping on calls with these prospects, it's like an uphill battle to get them to say yes to you because they don't even know that they need it. And that's where lead generation comes into play and why it's so much better than SMMA. Because when you're reaching out to these companies, they already know that they need to do this. They need to send cold emails, they need to do lead generation, and they're already hiring people like SDRs and BDRs to do that for them. So it's a lot easier to hop on a call with someone who already knows they need that service versus someone like SMMA where you're educating them and trying to persuade them that they need it. And that's the biggest difference between SMMA and lead generation and why it's so much better. If you like SMMA, if you like dropshipping and that's the business that you want to go after, by any means, go ahead and do it. There are pros to those business models as well. But in my opinion, I just think that a lead generation agency is so much simpler, more efficient, easier to scale, easier to learn, and actually is less competitive and less saturated in the marketplace. And also businesses know that they need to do lead generation, so they're willing to pay thousands of dollars for that service. And another one of my favorite things about an LGA is the fact that if I go hard for 3-6 months at this, I'm really not spending that much money because I don't really have anything to invest in compared to dropshipping where I'm going to spend thousands of dollars on ads and have nothing to show for it. Now with LGA, I'm going to spend that couple $100 and I'm going to learn so much about cold email, and I probably will even sign my first client because if I keep going for 3 to 6 months, the likelihood of me signing a client is very high. Now honestly guys, if you just follow the frameworks that I've laid out in my YouTube videos, you could potentially be hitting 10K months in the next 3 to 6 months as well. Now I'm not saying it's going to take 3 to 6 months for everyone. I really want to preface that. Some people might take lower, some people might take longer. For me, it took 2-3 years to build that foundation. But does it really matter? Because the way that I looked at it is 10 years from now, I'm not going to care how long it took. All I'm gonna care is that I got it done and I reached my goals. Now guys, if you want more content on how to build a lead gen agency and everything that goes into building and scaling a lead gen agency like I'm doing right now, be sure to subscribe, like this video, so I'll pop up in your recommended so you see more of my videos, and I will see you in the next one, guys.